Hi guys, we are heading out to go to the museum, the Children's Museum in Dover, New Hampshire. Dover, New Hampshire is about 35 minutes from our house here in Maine. It's right on the border there. So we are going there to the Children's Museum, and we are going to have such a good day. Come along with us. So we were lucky. Right here in front of the museum, they ended up having this little magic show here, which was so fun. The kids had never seen a magic show before, and they were excited to see that.
I wouldn't do this in the beginning of the show. It might be a show with just watching me trying to get out of this for the whole hour. Hold on to the ends of there, Stephen. Keep it tight. That's good. I'm going to put my wrists right there. Out of ball, but a regular knot on top of that.
So our time slot for this was 1 o'clock, so we got there a little bit early. I was unsure of it. I could see that there was a park kind of behind, so I figured if we got there early, we could go and do that. I was unsure of parking because there was no parking included here, and I was like, oh, if I'm doing street parking, I might have to go around the block a few times. So, but thankfully there's parking right out front. We did a pay by meter type thing, and then we after when we went to the park, I was able to see that there was a lot more parking in the back. So if you ever go there, make sure that you check out behind over by the park, because there's a ton of parking back there. There's like so we walked around and we walked to the back, and there's a park. There is also like some picnic tables over there. There's also like this little walk around type thing back there. Yeah, it was really pretty. So I'll share some of that with you. We had a picnic at the tables back there, and then after we got out of the museum, I did not share this, but I let the kids just go in their clothes and get soaking wet in their pad that they have. What are those called? Splash pads. In their splash pad back there, because it was a hot one. Yes. Yeah, it gets hot in Maine. So first stop was over at the porta potties, and I spared you from that experience. But here we had some ducks that were in the water here, and it looked like there was a nest further out, which we got to see later on. But the kids enjoy nature of all sorts. And then we're looking at the map here to see where we are and where we're going and where we're going to eat and where the museum is. It was fun. On top of the museum, there's actually this whale tail that I forgot. I was going to take a picture of it, but I forgot to take a picture of. I think that it's a really good museum. It's well laid out. It's a smaller museum, but it's really well laid out. It's almost like secret little corners and cubbies everywhere you turn, and they put a lot of time, money, and effort in the areas that they do have, even though it's a smaller museum. I see. That one. Want some help? Let me push you.
This feels good.
Oh, it's hot. Okay. This thing was so cool. Does anyone remember those little things that had the needles in them, and you'd like put your hand on it and the hand would come through, and you'd spend hours? I don't know what was so exciting about this. If any of you are around your late 30s, 40s, that age range, you would know what these are. It was fun. In this exhibit, they're creating different pathways for the ball to travel. We always like these type of things because they can create their own thing. It's not just set in stone. They have to make it, they get to create it, and they could spend a long time there. There were some other people waiting, so we spent some time there, and then some people came and were like, okay, time to move on. But they really had fun with this one. Everyone was just like, oh, even the older kids were like trying to make different paths and stuff in it. So that was really fun. This is when you first walk into the museum. The museum actually has fairly good prices, and that's why I ended up going to this museum. It's only $154. I want to say $54 for the year for a family membership. Do you want to try it?
Mom, do you know where there is paper?
Either sit all the way back.
What's the matter? What are you guys looking at? What's the matter? Why are you looking at me like I'm weird?
Oh, and I need some.
This was a really cool, extensive dinosaur exhibit. It just had you create different things. And then on the other side, you'll be able to see it's just sand and lights. And it maneuvers to make actual scenery. It's really, it was a neat setup.
It shows how big the person would be to each bite.
Do you use any color you want, or do you have to use black? You can use
And there's these ones down here too, if you want.
I could do it yellow.
This was that table that I was talking about. So it would make water or land depending on how high the mountain was in the sand. And you know kids love playing with sand anyway. They had so much fun using this. They could have stayed there all day.
You guys are like covering all that. Sorry. I have to get the water off the now. I don't know.
Now. Wow.
Trying to make it.
I do in the video.
This is where the water
Look,
wants.
other dinosaurs. Can you see? Yeah. Ah, more dinosaurs.
This had like hieroglyphics on the walls, and then you could also create different hieroglyphics. It's supposed to like simulate a cave, so they got to see all of that in there. And then we were trying to figure out where to make the hieroglyphics, and then at the end we realized that it was like right in front of us, pretty much on the wall space. So that was fun. You plug the glow rods into the light wall.
In it 10 hours.
What do you see? What do you see, sir? Is that funny? So overall, it was a really fun day. I love the way that this museum makes use of their space.
I'm not a little girl.
You are a little girl. Did you like going to the museum? Yes. Was it fun? Do you know what your favorite part was?
It was about the sand.
The sand. The sand was her favorite part, and she is 3 years old. So she liked using the sand part. Yes. So, she is 3 years old, and she enjoyed this museum. I think the museum is good for probably ages like 10 and under. I had some of my older kids with me. They still had fun because they're used to doing things for a multi-age level, but I think that it was good for the younger kids, especially, and I'm sure we'll be going back. So, price-wise, I have been looking to see there is a program out there. It's called Museums for All. Okay, so Museums for All offer low and discounted rates for families. There's lots of different things that qualify you for that. There's food stamps. There's some of them are WIC or your state insurance. It just depends on the museum itself, but even if you don't receive any of those things, it is a great list of places to visit. So I actually got, and a lot of people here ask me like how I do things affordably.
Somebody's knocking on the back and screaming.
I'm sorry. How I get to do things so inexpensively. So I thought that I would try to see this list and see what I could find. Please don't. On this list to go visit, because if some people are part of those types of using those types of resources, then you might be able to go there as well. I think that they have limits. I think that it's most of them, it looked like, according to the website, go to the website, it's called Museums, the number 4 and then all. It looked like limits are like 4 people. I don't know if that's for children, for overall people. I'm not quite sure. But I do want to share that with you guys if that's something that you can use. This museum, the Dover, I think it's a museum in New Hampshire. The pricing for a yearly membership is $154, which is really affordable because most of them are a couple $100. So we like to buy memberships for a year for things that are local to us. So we ended up purchasing a membership for that, and I'm excited about it. I think that it will be good for the wintertime for us to take the kids there. The younger kids especially, because I could just see like during school, there's probably not going to be that many people there. And just being able to sit in one area or stand in one area and let the kids play would be great. Normally they don't allow strollers in there because the lack of space, but because Azariah is like handicapped and has equipment with him, then they gave us, it's like a card that says stroller exemption. So he was able to have that stroller exemption. They do offer carriers actually for families if you needed a carrier, which I think is really kind of cool. So no running in the museum. It says, yeah, there was quite a few bathrooms, which was nice. There's bathrooms downstairs and then upstairs. It's not a huge museum, but it's really well put out. So I hope this video blesses you and you get a chance to go to the Dover Children's Museum. Hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.